Jared Wolf, a specialist in Near Eastern languages and cultures here at Museum of the Bible. I thought maybe one of our most interesting and special of artifacts, the Washington Pentateuch, might be a little lonely, so I thought I'd come down here and keep it company. It's really too bad that it's resting right now. When it's open, you can really see just how beautiful the inside of it is. And what's inside is a complete Torah. So the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. And what's so special about this copy of the Torah is that in this manuscript, we have one of the most accurately and oldest preserved copies of the Hebrew Bible today. We still use the same text that's in here in our modern Hebrew Bibles. And so for Museum of the Bible to be able to safeguard this and conserve it and present it to the public has really been a treasure for us. Now you might be asking yourself, what does he mean when he says some of these most accurate versions of the Hebrew Bible? That's a good question. Part of this little exhibit here that we did was talking about the 6 or 7 codices or manuscripts, sometimes we say, of this very accurate copies of the Hebrew Bible. These are all around you in this room. You can see. You probably know at least a couple of them, even though you might not think you do. The Aleppo Codex, which is a famous codex that's now kept in Israel and is the basis of a Hebrew Bible project there. It has a wonderful story full of intrigue and some adventure. Unfortunately, the Torah, its first 5 books, have been missing now for some time. The other famous manuscript, these textual manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible, is called the Leningrad Codex. And it's in Russia where it's kept. So each of these are named after the places where they are now kept. That's hence the Washington Pentateuch. So the Washington Pentateuch is just another fancy term for 5 books, the Torah, Genesis through Deuteronomy. And it's going to take its place alongside things like the Aleppo Codex and the Leningrad Codex as another very early copy of the Torah. Now, these are so accurate because they have a couple of innovations. One, these are the products of a group of people called the Masoretes. The Masoretes were textual scholars of the Hebrew Bible, and over a few hundred years, toward the end of the last millennium, they sought to make sure that every copy of the Hebrew Bible was copied to perfection. And to do this, they counted the number of letters in the best scrolls, and then they made sure when they copied it, it had the same amount of letters, it had the same amount of words. They did some cross-referencing information in all of these notes so that you could know, okay, this word only shows up once, so it's a very special form. Or this word only shows up 3 times, and here are the other 2 places so you can check it. And all of these lists came together, and they're known today as the Masorah. So you have the Masoretes who make the Masorah. And we call those texts that have that Masorah and who copy their text perfectly in line with those guidelines, Masoretic texts. And the Washington Pentateuch is another example of that. It's a very early example, probably around the 10th century, which is when some of the best of these manuscripts are being written as well. So it truly is a priceless artifact here at the museum. We just have unveiled it to the public a few months ago in this special exhibit, and we hope that whether looking online or when you can come back, we hope you'll come down and take a look at not only the Pentateuch itself, but also this beautiful exhibit that will explain everything about it. Hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye.